Good evening, beautiful people. This is Davea Kakashka. When God say, "Shorty, go feed my people, give them something." Through a mistake that you have made, be transparent and give them something through somebody that you taught, something through my law, something that's true, something that is true, something that is how the Bible is Bible based through be transparent with them, not through an opinion, but through experience. So I'm going to teach on when God say, for the intro, Shorty, go feed my people, give them something, some spiritual food, because man can't live off of bread alone. And they're being destroyed by what? Lack of knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge of God, the Bible, the good book. He's saying that because you ignore my law, I will also ignore you, and you and your children when you call, and I will also ignore your children because you have disobeyed my law. You have not used my law. So he's saying that they're not even picking it up, the Bible. They're not even applying it. They're just going, not asking for any help. They're not coming back to him asking for any help. So I have a little teaching today. God started talking to me about and telling me to be transparent and feed his people through. I was just minding my business. I just got out the shower. I just got out my bath. I was just minding my business, and I wasn't going to get on, but he said, no, go drop the message for my people. So this is why I look like this. So I have my Snoopy glasses on. God don't use perfect people. I'm not perfect. I'm not one to judge. I'm just obedient. When he asks me to do something, I do it. No muss, no fuss. I don't fight with it. I try to learn and ask him, what do he want me to learn from this? Because I have to eat too. And how he want me to apply it to my life. So here we go. Teaching on God started talking to me about people that is above the law. He started talking to me about people that think they're above my law. He started talking to me about when he go to people, because again, when I say he is she and she is he, the same as in the Bible. So he started talking to me about when he go to people, they're making excuses and they're just being outright defiant, not wanting to do what he's asking them to do. So it brought me to the one particular person that he was talking about was a gentleman. It gave narcissistic vibes. It gave Nork, like, I'm not doing it. He actually told God no, he wasn't doing it. Number one, he told God no, he wasn't doing it. Number two, he told him that he was not interested in doing it. And he told him that I'm never going to do it, or something of that sort. Because it came back to me like, it was just like, when we do that, it's like a slap across God's face. So he's like, oh, you will do it now or you will do it later, but you will do it. And this is somebody that tried to attach themselves to me. So he was telling God, well, if you don't let me do it, then I'm going to get her to do it. Well, first of all, anybody that knows me, know that I'm obedient, that I'm never going to tell God no. It's crazy that crazy that all of this came up because I play a lot of games, but I don't play with God. I play a whole lot of games, but I don't play with God. And that's why when I'm doing this work for him, my work won't go in vain. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care if you're judging me. I told God, I said, God, this is not my first pick that I would be on here with YouTube, stumbling and bumbling, trying to say anything, because a lot of it I had to learn. And he anointed me, and he decreed and declared in full authority that I go. So I said, you know what? I don't care what people think. I don't care if I get a word wrong. I don't care if I spell it wrong because I write it all down. Only thing I care about is what's most important is where my soul go, because I don't want to be scattered. Mind, body, spirit, soul all goes together. And if you're out here being reckless and telling God no, God is superior. He don't need us. But you know what we should do? We have to be willing, because he's not going to chase you. He's a gentleman. You got to be willing, and he's able to do all things, and all things good, and all things he will not fail at it. But you have to be willing. Willing participant to say, okay, Lord, you know what? I'm going to set it all down and be willing. And I know that you're able to do all things. Great. You're the help that don't need no help. But yeah, that's real reckless to just tell God no. I'm not, I'm good off of that. So I have a little teaching today. We have to get this done. So God was talking about narc behavior. And he was also talking about generational curse. So God pick who he want. He pick who he pick to do his will for his people, his way. So we'll start with God visit the iniquities of the fathers on children to the third and fourth generation of those who hate him. This is the balance. This is by the promise of individual accountability and blessings. Ezekiel 18:20, and Deuteronomy 24:16. Exodus 25:6 says, parents, it's a complex view of generational consequences, rather just curse. So he's talking about the parents. The parents failed, and the kids have fallen on the children. That's why a lot of it, when we go through life, is so heavy and we don't understand it, is because maybe our parents didn't want to do what God asked them to do. And because this is what it's about, or what he got me teaching on right now, you know, and we be like, but this ain't even my job. Like, I wasn't even supposed to do this. And no, the parents didn't do what they were supposed to do. And sometimes if it falls on the children, because I asked God one day, I said, why do it say in the Bible? I was just learning. I didn't understand it. Not to always question God, or, you know, be so like, God, this, that. It was something that I had to ask because I didn't know. And God told me. I said, God, why is it in the Bible it says, honor your mother and your father? So he's talking about your children now. Honor your mother and your father so your days will be long. And I'm like, my parents are so terrible, God. You know, in the Bible it say, when your mother and your father forsake you, God will take you and raise you, basically. So I was paraphrasing just now, but I'm like, God, my parents are so terrible. I'm like they're so terrible. Like, why are grown-ups so terrible? And you're saying to the children, honor your mother and your father and your days will be long. It's like, what? Terrible, terrible parents some people have. Um, I won't say terrible. They just went through their own stuff. And, so, and he was saying when it says, honor your mother and your father so your days will be long. It's like, let me just say this. Both of my parents was beautiful inside and out with me. But when I say terrible, a lot of stuff fell on me. That wasn't my responsibility. That's what I mean when I say terrible. Not that I had just awful parents, because I love my father and I had a good relationship with my father. I love my mother. I had a good relationship with my mother. But some of the stuff that she was into and that she was doing, and I was like, no, that's not how you do that. So I had to correct a lot of it. And I'm like, I'm the daughter. Why I'm correcting the mother? Why is the daughter correcting the mother? But again, when God say honor your mother and your father and your days will be long, he's saying that, pray for them and honor them so it could go good with you. Because 9 times out of 10, so I kept reading it with understanding, asking God for wisdom and knowledge so I can understand it. The parents messed up. They dropped the ball. A lot of the parents dropped the ball, and it's like, so we had to, he used a warlock. He used a warlock, and he used somebody that was into a lot of fornication, somebody that was into a lot of manipulation through my dad. A lot of it was bad, but, she upholded it. So it's like it fell on her. So his bad luck, kind of like she was a good person, but his luck fell on her because she didn't correct it. She didn't know how. She didn't have the right tools she needed. So she didn't have the wisdom and the knowledge to understand it, what he was going through. A Nork, a dark witch, a warlock. So she didn't understand. So that was her whole life, her whole world. That's what she knew. So, and then here come me. So God would use me. God would use them to make me. So now here I come. I'm born. And I'm of this light. The light of the world, the light of God. So he gives it to me. So, okay, so we'll give it to Shorty. Like, I knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb. So he knew what he was doing. Okay. So God knew what he was doing when he made me. So it looked like a mistake. It looked like they made a mistake. But I'm a whole blessing out here. He got me in a high ranking position, telling me to teach the people. So, okay. So that's why it's important to honor your mother and your father so your days be long. He said, no, you've been taking care of her all your life. You don't have to do another thing. Because if anybody have a problem with it, they can come and see me. And of course, nobody's saying nothing because you know what? They're too busy talking about me. I'm a bad daughter. I'm a bad daughter when I saved everything around me as a child. So let's say all that to say, let's get back to what's important to God, not what's important to people just talking and don't know what they're talking about. So he's talking about narcissistic behaviors, and he's talking about generational curse breakers. So we got a little teaching today. So we're gonna talk about generational curse breakers. So God have me at a high ranking position. I'm a mirror to the soul. I'm a demon destroyer. I heal all demonic forces. I, I take off all demonic entities. I expose them with the light that God put inside of me. Any demonic force or any entity that is attached to somebody, it's a low vibrational person. It's an unhealed trigger. It's unhealed trauma from a childhood, from an obsession, from unworthiness. It's a mindset. It's empathy. It's emptiness. It is abandonment. It's put down on other people so people can control them. It's pride. It's empathy. It's envy. It's mood swings. Broken patterns. Relationships. Low self-esteem. These are the things that entities look like on people. Let's see. So, you ready, guys? Class is in session. Are you ready to let go? Let go of these broken patterns. Why God allow you to love a narcissist? This was all part of his plan. The truth no one tells you. Let me speak to you directly. Because if you are listening, it's not by coincidence. You did not incidentally love a narcissist. You did not randomly end up in this relationship that was draining all your joy. Refusing to do anything that was right. Leaving your mind feeling unworthy. You asked a question in silence. Haven't you? Why did God allow this? He allowed it so that you can break generational curses. Nine times out of 10, if a person is narcissistic, they told God no, they missed their blessing. Their time ran out on them because they're too pompous and they're too prideful and they're too arrogant. So it don't look like God. It goes against everything that God believes in. So this is why some people have to go through this. And not only they missed their blessing, they missed their abundance. They changed their whole life because now when you tell God no, he don't make you, because everybody have free will. So they're just out. That's why God said to the person, you will do it, but you'll do it now, or you'll do it later, but you will do it. So God didn't make him. So that was what he picked. He picked money over abundance. He cheated himself out of his whole life, out of his purpose, out of all his blessings. God allowed this. Why did God allow this? Why did God allow this? Because we all have free will. But he's not going to make you do it. You give so much to a narcissist and get so little. They breadcrumb you. It's supposed to be equal give and take. Why do love feel like warfare? Scripture tells us nothing is hidden. This will not be hidden from us, nor anything secret. Will not be known, because light exposes all darkness. Luke 8:17, and what you experience was not hidden. This was revealing to you, not to destroy you, but to awaken you. This is not just a physical story. This is a spiritual story. This is one narcissistic relationship or not relationship. This is not a normal relationship. This is a battle. This is a battleground. Exposed. They are exposed from the soul. They confront identities. It's a foe and a decision between losing yourself and or finding God again. This is narcissistic behaviors. This was not placed in a narcissist's life, and you was not placed in a narcissist's life because you were weak. You were placed in a narcissistic behaviors and life because something that you carry weight. You carry weight, and darkness is always drawn to light, not to consume it, but to try to control it. That don't mean you're a weak person. You was a great person. You was enough. You had God in you. God had one son on earth without sin, but never one without suffering. It was the pain. It's not proof of God's absence. Sometimes it is evidence of his work. The truth that may shock you is this: you were never meant to stay with a narcissist. You was meant to see. You was meant to see yourself. God used him to help you. God is a real gangster. He used all of it. He used all of it. He used him to help you. He used him to help us, all in protecting us all at the same time. This was meant for you to see once you was under and understanding why you was chosen for this encounter. All the confusion will lift and leave, and the shame will finally lose its voice. Now listen closely. You was chosen because of your light. Narcissists are not always nice. They are draining and have no record of good. Their emptiness, their empathy and emptiness, they are draining. They are full of foolishness. They are attachments. They are attachments within themselves to people who are energetic, for people that are patient. They are vampires for people that are patient, loving, kind, spiritual, sensitive, very generous, and very emotional. In other words, they are draining to people who reflect the natural state of a child of God, often without realizing it's themselves. Jesus said, the light shine in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcame. John 1:5. And it makes no mistake, and the darkness doesn't notice the light. Your compassion wasn't weakness. Your loyalty was not foolish. Your accountability to see good in others wasn't in vain. It was illumination, and illumination makes those who live in illusions very, very uncomfortable. They're not real. A narcissist do not love your light. They need it. They feed off of your affections, your affirmations, your emotional labors, your spiritual covering. And the more you give them, the more entitled they feel that they can have your life. Not because you lack value, but because they lack substance. They feel entitled to everything that you do. It's not for them. It's what God put in you. They watch everything that you do. And they're very jealous because they missed their mark and they don't know how to get started when all they have to do is go back to God. But again, everybody have free will. He's not going to make them. It's they live with, they're people pleasers. It's a performance. They're in constant lights, camera, action. They don't know how to take their mask off and be themselves. It's always about them. They think they're superior. They think they're higher than God. Who did that sound like? The adversary. He tried to be God. He got kicked out of heaven and took a third of them with him because he wanted to be king. And everybody knows it's only one king, King Jesus. That's why God said you got to know the law for yourself. So you know when this kind of behavior comes, you can stop it right away. Just because you're a Christian, that don't mean that you're a pushover. Because I'll tell you no real fast. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. He's my father, but guess what? Don't play with me. I'm not him. I will hurt your feelings to save your life. That's what a true friend does. Who survive on images, control, and superior. This is what narcs love it. They love it. You were told that, oh, you're so sensitive. Oh, your emotions are too much. You're too inquisitive. Oh, you need to know everything. Scripture says you are the light of the world on a city set on a hill. It cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. You was not too much. You was very visible. And you knew when somebody started pulling on your energy, you can feel it. They were like vampires. But again, we were supposed to look like them, so that's what they thought. We was easy. We was Jezebels. We were dumb. We were, all the stuff they thought we were. Just because we wasn't confrontational. Nobody have time to be confrontational. You get that from somebody else. Everybody don't want to be confrontational. That don't make us dumb, and that don't make us not knowing. I knew everything. And we know everything before you say it, before you go through it. We already know because God already tell us. And I could look right through you. Like you're a cheap shirt. So just because, we didn't argue or say anything back, they ran amok because they thought we didn't know. And I just have to always laugh to myself like, joke's on you. It was very visible. The hand of truth was upon them and they didn't even know it. They didn't know who they had when they had us. They're threatened by the truth. They don't have no protection. And that was their authentic self, and it was exposed because all of the emptiness and the empathy showed. Your departure exposed their shadows. All of their insecurities was exposed when you walked away. Their manipulation and the darkness rose up against the light. And what they try to do is they try to dim the light in us. We are God's children. It can't be done. But listen carefully. Light cannot destroy darkness. It only illuminates it. It's like a magnifying glass. Oh my goodness. It can only be restricted. The reasons why the relationship failed only because the test was over. God tests you. He tests his children, and the adversary tempts you. So the assignment was over. It was an assignment. God was in charge of it. He said, okay, come here. Since you don't want to do it, come here, shorty. Go do it. And they don't understand it. It didn't come from me. It came from God. What else God wants us to know about narcissistic relationships and narcissistic people? Let's see. They like to think they're superior. They try to shrink you. You were meant to shine. And when you finally begin to see that the narcissistic, hold on, let me go back. You were meant to shine, and when you finally begin to see that the narrative changed, you choose to be strong. You choose to go back to God, and you looked weak. But when you at your weakest, you're at your strongest point. Just know that, people. You are chosen because you were bright. Have God's light inside of you. And this is not only the beginning. This is the truth. God is the truth, the way, and the light, and he exposed all darkness. So, beautiful people, that was the message for today. God wanted you to know about narcissistic behavior, and he wanted us to know that about who he used for generational curses, generational curse blockers. So that was the message for today, this evening. Take it to God, pray over it, ask him what do he want you to learn from it, how he wants you to apply it to your life, because he got me teaching on it. I was minding my business, just got out my bubble bath, trying to love myself, trying to spend some time with myself. And he said, go drop the message. So that's why you see me with a bonnet on. Forgive me for this, beautiful people, but when God say go, I go. So, excuse my head wrap, but just wanted to get on and let you know that I love you. God love you. Your work will not go in vain. It doesn't matter who like you. It doesn't matter if you think you failed. You did not. God will still use you to get the message for the people, to his people, in a timely fashion. What else do he want you to know? He wants us to know that we're all in the same boat. Nobody is superior. He used who he used, how he want to use them, when he want to use them, in his time and in his way. Nobody's superior. What else he want us to know? He want us to forgive and he want us to love. Forgiveness is not for the people that hurt you. Forgiveness is for us. So when God tells us to forgive, he protect us because our tears won't go in vain. Our work won't go in vain. We go back to God when we need something. When we don't understand, we go back to God. It's okay to talk to your girlfriends. It's okay to talk to your buddy friends, the guys. It's okay. But, at the end of the day, you have to go back to God so you can get what you need from him. So, and then he will tell you what you're next to do. So I hope the video wasn't too long. I hope you guys learned something. I was blessed as he gave it to me, so I know it will encourage somebody and bless somebody else. That's the video for the evening. So when he say, "Shorty, go give the people another video," I'll be back. That's when you'll see this face. I love you. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for comments. Thank you for all things done in decency and in order for God's people. I love you. And until next video, stay blessed. See you, beautiful people.